So, in the series of learning C programming, we are discussing functions in C. We have discussed how to pass a string as an argument to a function, how to return a string from a function in C. In this video, we will discuss how to return a pointer from a function. See, returning a string is also, it's like returning a pointer, character pointer, because there also we were returning the address of the first character of the string. That is nothing, but obviously it's a pointer, right? But here you can also return an integer pointer, float pointer from a function. That we will discuss here. We will take example of array, and that thing we will discuss here one by one with proper program, and I will show you the program practically also. We will run that program also, right? And also some important point about this concept also we are going to discuss in this video. And we can also pass a pointer as an argument to a function, but that is nothing but call by reference method that we have already discussed. Call by value, call by reference. So here we will discuss how to return a pointer from a function. But before that, just want to tell you one thing. If you want to build a great career in software development, then you must think about the aspects like what's trending in the industry, what is the thought process behind the great application like Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, Ola, how to improve your CodeChef ranking. So here Unacademy brings you a platform where you can get access to weekly shows which you can watch live, and the host of these shows are working in some of the top companies like Amazon, Google, LinkedIn, and are 7-star coders on CodeChef and industry experts with years of experience. So here they will be covering the content which will be really helpful for your career. Like in the live episodes, you can get opportunity to ask tech HRs about the top 20 questions being asked, and the industry leaders about the recruitment process in top startups and MNCs, and what is the eligibility criteria and how to apply for them. Even you can also get your resume reviewed by the experts SDEs. Not only this, you can also participate into mock interviews, and you can learn courses on programming languages, cloud computing, blockchain and crypto, tech aspects of digital marketing and data analytics. And have you ever thought about how these frontline apps like Zomato, Paytm, Ola, Practo, Amazon, Flipkart were made, and what was the thought process? So here is a show to answer all these questions. In this show, Anuj is going to discuss the architecture breakdown of all the popular apps, and learners will get to know how these apps were made and how these apps work. So you can find out the detail of this show and the batch in the link that I'll put in the description box of this video. And don't forget to use my code JKL10 to get 10% extra discount on your subscription. So now let's discuss how to return a pointer from a function. Here I am going to take a simple example. So if I am taking a function name, suppose return pointer. Function name is return pointer only. You can take any function name, right? And I am going to take an array which we will pass here, right? And then in this function, I'll increment the address of that pointer that we were passing, that address, by 2 or 4, any number, and then we are going to return that address, right? Whatever I am saying, that I will show you here. What I am saying, what does that mean? So this is function name, and here I want to pass an array, integer type. So just you have to write down in this declaration part, that's it, right? No need to write down the name of the array. Now the main question is, what would be the return type? Here we are returning a pointer. So what would be the return type? Here I am taking integer type of array, right? So here pointer means int asterisk. If you simply write int, it means it will return integer value, but we don't want the function will return integer value. We want that this would return a pointer. So int asterisk, integer pointer. So it means this function is going to accept array as an argument and is going to return integer pointer, or you can say pointer to integer. That's it, right? Now this is what the declaration. In main, what I'll call this function, right? So it is returning a pointer. It means we have to accept that value, whatever this function is returning, and it is returning a pointer type of value, integer pointer. So to return that thing also will take integer asterisk. Suppose I am taking p, right? And one more thing, I am taking int array, and I am initializing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am calling this function return pointer. How to pass array as an argument? Just pass the name of the array. That's it. Only one argument I want to pass, right? Whatever it is going to return, I am going to store that in p. P is what? Integer type of pointer, and it is also going to return integer pointer. So obviously we have to accept that thing in the same type, integer pointer. So after returning just printf percentage d and asterisk p, whatever the value at this address, that we are going to print. That's it. Now what would be the definition part of this function? Asterisk, name of the function is return pointer, and here I am taking an array to accept this thing, right? So this array is what? It's called by reference, not called by value. We have already discussed how to pass array as an argument. So here we are passing the address of the first element. So this is what? It's not an array. Here we are not going to copy the complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the values. No. Here it will act, compiler will interpret this line as something like this, int asterisk a. Means here a is a pointer which will store the address of the first element, whatever we are passing here, right? This thing we have already discussed in one of my previous videos. You can watch out that video first. Now here I am going to update this. A is equal to a plus 2 and just return a. That's it, right? Now see, whenever you will execute this, what will happen? First of all, control will go here in the main function, right? If you will not write here anything, it will consider that the compiler will consider it as a int. So you have to write down here return statement. So if you write down here void, then means it is not returning anything. So first to the main. Now here we are taking what? So what will happen? Generally the memory which would be allocated to this application, this program would be divided into, you can say, 4 parts. Some memory to store the instruction, whatever we are going to return here. Some memory for static and global variable. One part of memory is stack memory and one is heap memory. So whatever you are declaring, the local variables and these, that would be stored in the stack memory of this function, stack memory of this program. So the main function for memory has been allocated to this main function, right? So now once from that stack, one stack frame would be for this main. Suppose this is for main. So here we have a pointer p. Here we have what? An array a. So here I am just writing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here the address of this is what? 100, then 104, 108, 112, 116. I am supposing integer is taking 4 bytes. So in A we are having 100. So A is pointing to here. A is acting as an internal pointer, constant internal pointer to this array, right? So base address of this array is 100. That will be A. So return pointer. Here we are calling this function. Now control will go here. Now for this function also, one stack frame would be allocated, right? Here we have int a. So this is nothing but a pointer, right? And here what you are passing? A we are passing here. It means we are passing 100. So in this A also we are having 100. So this is also pointing to here now, right? A is equal to a plus 2 means we are incrementing the pointer. It doesn't mean that 100 plus 2, 102. It's pointer arithmetic. Means we are going to move the pointer 2 position forward, right? Actually it means what? A means 100 plus 2 into size of the data type. Data type is integer. Into size of data type is 4. So 108 means here. Now A is containing 108. Now A is pointing to here. Now this A is pointing to here. This A, whatever the A in this function, this pointer, right? 2 position forward we are moving, 1, 2. Now return A. A means 108, we are going to return 108 and that would be stored in this P. 108 is what? Obviously address. So we need some pointer to store. P is pointer, no problem. In P also now we have 108. So now this P is also pointing to here. Now asterisk P, value at 108 is 3. So it is going to print what? 3. Right? I hope you got the working. See, returning a pointer means nothing but returning address. Maybe you will say here we are returning address. Obviously we are returning address here. In A we are having address 108. You will say that we are returning address, we are not returning pointer. But returning address means returning a pointer. Same thing, right? Say return type is obviously we need to write down a pointer. So that is why we say we are returning pointer, because return type of this function is pointer. right? But here, see, if I modify this thing something like this, here, before calling this function, here I want to write one line, a is equal to a plus 2, right? And after this, I am just printing printf percentage d asterisk a, because a is also containing base address, means we are incrementing this a2, and whatever the value after incrementing that I am going to print. So, what will happen? Please think about it. What will happen if I increase a here? I am incrementing a here and I am printing this a asterisk a after incrementing in this main. It is not allowed, it will give error. Why so? Because you have to, you have to put this point in your mind very carefully, that this a, the name of the array is constant pointer to this first element of the array. We cannot do increment or decrement with this a, like a plus plus or a minus minus or a plus 2 or something like this. We cannot change the value of this a, right? So, here it will give error. But here it is not giving error. Why so? Because here it is not an array. We are just writing this that it is an array. Maybe you are thinking here also we have something like this. This a is what? A means array having 5 elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But no, actually compiler will interpret it as a pointer, just a pointer, right? Int asterisk a, just a pointer. You can take any other variable name, b, c, p, anything. So, it's just a normal pointer, and obviously we can do pointer arithmetic operation, p plus plus, pointer plus plus, pointer minus minus, pointer plus 2 or anything. So, here that is why it is not giving any error, but here it will give error. Here it is name of the array, it is constant. I hope you are getting my point. This is very, very, very important point, right? So, now let us see. Let's run this and see what output you will get. So, this is how you can return a pointer. You can take float array also. Here you can take float, that's it. Float array you can take, you just have to change the data type. Character, we have already discussed. Character array means string, how to return a string, that also we have already discussed. So, now let's run this and see what kind of output you are getting. So, let's create a file named return pointer, right? Now, here I am taking a function int asterisk and function name is just return pointer. You can take any function name, right? So, here I am passing, I want to pass array, that is it. Now, in main, what will take an actual array, and I am initializing this array here only, right? And one more thing, will take one more pointer to receive whatever the function will return. Here I am passing what? Simple an array. So, whatever it is going to return, that we will store where in p, right? And we will simply print that value. How to print asterisk p using indirection operator, right? If you want, you can also pass the length of the array, right? Means the size of the array, 5 elements, and you can check in that function also. If you increase the length by, if the length of the array is 5 and you in the return function, in the definition you are writing a plus 7. So, obviously it will be out of bound. So, that also you can check some kind of condition, right? That you can modify this program according to yourself. You have to try different variations of this program, right? Here what we are passing, so array, so just accept that thing here, right? Or int asterisk a you can also write, or a different name you can also take, right? So, here what I am writing, return a plus 2, that is also fine. Or you can write here a is equal to a plus 2 and you can return simply a, right. Now, I hope it will work and let us run this and see what output you will get. So, what output you should get? I think it will print 3 after doing a C, a plus 2, 3. At first time pointer was at 1, then we are incrementing by 2, so it will print 3. This is how you can print. But here if you do a is equal to a plus 2, it will give error. See, let me run this and show you what error you will get. See, error is what? Assignment to expression with array type. A is equal to a plus 2. This is not allowed. A is what? Obviously array type, so you cannot do a plus 2, right. So, but here a plus 2 is allowed. So, I hope you got the reason why. Right. So, that is it for this video. You can try out different programs, how to return a pointer, float pointer, integer pointer, or sometimes they can also ask, like they will give you this kind of thing like int asterisk and point function name and anything, and they will ask you the meaning of this thing. So, if you have written, they have written int asterisk something like this, it means the function will return a pointer of which data type, whatever they have written, int, float or char, that is it. So, I think I have covered almost everything about function. We are left with recursion, so that we are going to discuss in the next video. So, now I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.